Well, hello my lovelies, it's Murky Meg here. It's Friday the 22nd of January and I really do hope that you have enjoyed the last couple of videos that I did for you, bringing you up to speed of exactly what happened for both sides for the judgment summary hearing. That is the Duchess of Sussex versus the Mail on Sunday. Now, I've put a link up in the top right hand corner. This one is for the claimant side, which is Meghan Markle's side, and this one is for the Mail on Sunday's defence side. In this video, I'm hoping to get through all the witness statements. If I don't, I might have to tag on another video because there's quite a lot to cover. And believe me, this is extremely telling. Now, these witness statements were submitted by the Mail on Sunday's defence. So they're all in the favour of them supporting the evidence of why they should go to trial. And remember, this is just witness statements, although that does mean they have to be factual and true under oath. If that it was going to go to trial, I would suspect that the people that are mentioned in these statements, and there are quite a few of them, would also have to go to trial and give evidence in front of the judge. So the first one I'm going to detail is a witness statement of Keith Mathieson. Now, Keith Mathieson is a partner at Reynolds Porter Chamberlain, and they are acting on behalf of the Mail on Sunday. Now, Mathieson is a publishing sector expert, and this is exactly what his witness statement says. Now, he claims in his statement that the People article published by the Mail on Sunday that are subject to this claim and which contain a description of the contents of the letter was stated to be based on interviews with the 5 close friends of Meghan Markle. And he believes and states that the Mail on Sunday believes that they were and are good reasons to infer that Meghan caused or permitted these friends to provide information to People magazine and that they did so with her knowledge and consent. They also state that Meghan had never denied that she'd been involved in some way with People interview or asserted that her friends had acted without her knowledge or permission, despite the fact that there was widespread speculation that this was the case. And indeed, the Mail on Sunday's own articles referred explicitly to the People article as Meghan's media fight back. Keith Mathieson continues that Meghan repeatedly denied that she had any involvement in or knowledge of any friends' disclosures to People magazine. She asserted that she did not know that her friends were giving interviews to People magazine, let alone one of them would refer to the letter. Had she done so, she would not have agreed to such a reference. She stated that she had no knowledge that her friends would make any reference to the letter or its contents, the intention of sending it, or the response that her father sent, nor would she ever have agreed to this being done had she been made so aware. The witness statement asks the question, in answer to the question, did the claimant disclose the existing and or any of the contents of the letter in response to anyone for the purpose of such information being published or knowing that such information would be published? Meghan stated that she did not. She therefore made it very clear that she did not authorise anybody to disclose information as to the existence and or contents of the letter for publication. However, the rebuttal from the Mail on Sunday witness says that they began to receive information suggesting that Meghan cooperated with the authors of the book Finding Freedom about her, which was coming out in the summer of 2020. The Mail on Sunday received information from an unknown source, or unknown in the actual witness statement they claim as Source Z, who is a journalist who had been in close contact with somebody who was involved in the events in question and has direct knowledge of them. Now, this source told Source Z that the authors were aware of the existence of the letter. Mind-blowing. This implies that prior to the People magazine article coming out, Omid Scooby and Carolyn Durant, they claim in their defence, were aware of this letter, and they want to know how they were aware of that letter if Meghan didn't tell them or their friends didn't tell them. This source said also infers that this friend that passed on the information to the authors of Finding Freedom would never do anything without Meghan's permission. The authors had become cross upon publication of the People interview because their exclusive had been handed out to other people. Yes, that is right. Omid Scooby and Carolyn Durant were angry that People magazine got the scoop before they were able to publish their Finding Freedom book. That is what the defence witness claims. Not only that, but the defence have also confirmed that another confidential source, apart from Source Z, has given them information supporting its case with the cooperation of the book and or Meghan Markle and or her friends. And they state that they are not at liberty at this stage to give further information about said source, as it would risk breaching the source's confidentiality. The witness statement questions that how on earth did the book contain a great deal of intensely personal information about Meghan and indeed others, including information about her relationship and communications with her father? The entire work is written from Meghan Markle's point of view, and it's very sympathetic towards her. They state categorically that the book itself provides strong and sufficient basis for the inference that Meghan had cooperated with the authors of the book, and to their knowledge that Meghan has made no complaint to the authors or the publisher of the book about any of the information that this book contained, either on the grounds of privacy, inaccuracy, or anything else. They even make the comparison about her frequent expressions and statements about the value that she herself attaches to personal privacy, and yet her failure to complain about the book gives rise to a very strong inference that there was an expressed or implied understanding between her or her agents and the authors that she did not object to the book itself. The witness continues that in his own experience it's highly likely that the publisher of the book and those advising it would have had concerns about the potential privacy claims by Meghan. And he assures in his witness statement that that publisher would not have failed to do due diligence and check whether or not, if they published this book, they would be held against a privacy case themselves. It states that the fact that the publisher proceeded with publication of the book, which contained a great deal of personal information, that the publisher was satisfied by the authors that they had an understanding with Meghan that no action would be taken. Wow, well, you've got to ask the question, haven't you? How on earth has she not sued the authors? Because there was a huge amount of information in that book, private information. We all remember the peeing in the woods, don't we? And yet again, the shifted position rises in a witness statement. And they say that she has changed her stance on that she expressly authorised one of her associates to speak to the authors about the letter for publication of the book. I will come on to that a little bit later on, or in the next witness video. But the basis of this is, like I said in my previous video, is that Jason Naff helped with the letter. She denied that anybody helped with the letter first off, then changed her position, now saying that in fact actually I was helped in a draft. And that again is shifting her positions. They're trying to say that she has changed her story so many times that this needs to go to trial. Towards the end of the witness statement, it is said that the Mail on Sunday also intends to speak to third-party disclosures from a number of potential witnesses, including the 5 friends, the authors of the book, Royal Communications, and possibly the publishers of the book. But they state that if and insofar as the sources referred to above, i.e. what I've just mentioned, do not voluntarily give witness statements, the Mail on Sunday defendant will issue witness summonses to compel them to do so. So that sums up Keith Mathieson's witness statement on behalf of the defence, i.e. the Mail on Sunday. I think what's probably best now is for me to do videos on each of the witnesses, because it's going to get too long otherwise. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop this video, and then I'm going to be able to bring you the next installment, which will be from Edward Verity. Now, Edward Verity is the editor of the Mail on Sunday, and believe me, you are not going to want to miss this video. It is amazing. The amount of content that I can give you and the amount of information will just blow this whole thing out the water, and you will be screaming at whatever device you're watching this video on. Why is the question even there about not going to trial? They have to go to trial, and believe me, if this goes to trial, wowzers. So I would love to know what your thoughts are on the witness statement from Keith Mathieson. Do you think that it has any standing? Are you hoping it goes to trial? Do you think, well, yeah, he's been working with the Mail on Sunday for a long time, of course he's going to back them up? But remember, this is a witness statement and it needs to be truth. Otherwise, you could get done for perjury. So as far as this witness statement stands, there's a lot of juicy information about Meghan or her friends, or whether or not she was aware of her friends talking to people. And then there's the key, the whole key of this whole trial. It switched, didn't it? As soon as the book was released, when we were made aware of its contents, people were simply saying, how on earth could this not have come from Meghan herself? Too much information, and we need to understand how that information was given to the authors. And the fact that the Mail on Sunday have people willing to take the stand and say, yeah, we know she did, kind of makes it a moot point, doesn't it, on whether or not this should go to trial. Of course it should go to trial. We want the gossip, don't we? As always, I would love to know your thoughts on this video. Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the notification bell, and also that like button. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all of my followers for all the tips and all the emails, DMs that everybody sends to me. It really is greatly appreciated. So thank you very much for watching once again.